whatever you want. But basically you bend down and you just go like this. Yes.
Can we do them?
I'm sorry?
Can we all do them?
Yes!
Yes.
Please!
That's,
I see you all writing, so I'm like, I'm going to try
that's
to.
what is really helpful is to do it and then remember.
So just, you would want to step away from the chair, somehow, somewhere. Yeah. And don't hit each other or any kind of tables. And you go 1, 2, have the same thing. Yeah. So the whipping wheel is a little bit different. The way Irina does it, she starts with the leaves, so little fingers. Yes, and then the width comes, and then we just, yeah. So just very different. Yeah, so each one works on a different thing, right? So this one, you experiment with the going forward and backwards, right? This one, in and out, right? This ball and socket. So every single exercise is slightly different speed. Okay, next one. The fan or windmill, where you go like this, and you're exploring, just careful, don't pull anything, and you're exploring the full range of your hand. And so for little kids, they just, so they would start like this, and then they want to go as fast as possible. Like, right? Like for adults, I don't know. And release tension. So like if you go like this, and then go like this. Yeah, it's just a visual. It's just like fall down. Okay, and then.
So I don't know if I speak for anybody else, but just assuming that I've ruined all of my students up to this point, where do I start to incorporate some of this into the lessons at different levels?
So transfer student, it is so difficult. In fact, I just had a transfer student anyway, it is a very complicated situation. So what do I do? So I will tell you what I did at Heidelberg University, which is a liberal arts school where students are at 18 and they all came with either injury already or with discomfort or pain. Like I didn't have a single student who didn't have some sort of issue. So the first semester I strict everything and we started non-legato, third finger, I'm not kidding, for the first 2 weeks. So now, of course, when we have students, young students that already play, like it's one thing if you're dedicated and you know like, okay, I'm in pain, so I have to do something about it. It's very different when you have a 10-year-old and you see everything is wrong and you have to, you know. So what do I do? So I take this book, and I do exercises from here with the third finger. And I will, and this is that book that I was mentioning before. It's from Germany. It is pricey. The student doesn't have to own it necessarily. If they can afford it, great. But it's all done by rote. And the beauty of it is there's a soundtrack, so they cannot go as fast as they humanly want. So yes, so they can actually slow down, and the accompaniments are absolutely gorgeous. And so what do I start with? I start with rainbow exercise, third finger. Well, I start with few exercises. One of them is this one. Yes, and then the fingers, collecting fingers always to work on that alignment, and then non-legato. And so, you know, if I look at the very first piece here, which by the way, it's first going down, not going up, and it's in 3/4, which I don't know about your students, but mine can go C, D, E, F, G, A, B, but they cannot go B, C, A, G, F, E. Yeah. And so that's where we start. And so the idea is you prepare the hand, and then you go 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and you do that. Yes, and so and the accompaniment. Right? with those exercises, right? So there are some other exercises there that are very useful. Is right hand, left hand, with motion and just yes. 2, 3, accompaniment. Very charming. Yes, and you continue. And so I'm not going to play through this entire book, but basically there's a lot of exercises here that work on that balance and non-rhythm. So after you have done that, you move on to 2-note slurs and yada yada yada. Now, at the same time when you do that, you do give them pieces to play, but those have to be like 2 levels lower than what they're used to. You're not going to tell them that, right? And so you start correcting it as you go. So that's kind of the process every time. And the hope is if they're playing by rote, that they're very aware of what they're doing. Of course, again, like they have to want to do it, right? And the parents have to want to do that. So, and so on and so forth. I don't know if that made any.
Yeah, so normally what I would like with the transfer student, so then it's, the beginning of the lesson would be.
They can afford it. They order this book along with this book. And 2 Irinas together, it's a party. It's an Irina party, but they're not related actually. And we do half of this book usually if the student is strong. If they're not as strong, we do some rote pieces towards the end of this book because it also has it has wonderful exercise for scale at the end with the going under. You can take a peek at it after I'm done here. And this becomes our lesson book. So Irina Goric for sure. And so this becomes our warm-up and this becomes our book. And I go through books of Irina Goric pretty much the entire year. And yeah, so let me show you some few more things that I have here that are kind of cool. So this is how many times we repeat something. So if a child is 5, yes, if they're 8, and so on and so forth, so they can just do that for a repetition. I know some people online use it for fingertip, but I don't know how I feel about it. I still haven't, because this is too deep for little fingers, and so it's kind of, they end up poking it, so this is just for practice. Oh, this is my favorite thing. What do you think this is? Yes, this is my daughter's toy, but it goes like this, and then you can yeah, so what can you do with it? Pretend you're 6. Let me go to a different thing here. Oh, I also have one more that is not here. Or this one. I'm giving you a hint. What is it? No, not a microphone. It's dividing, hint. It's dividing. Counting! Thank you. Okay. This is a whole note. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a half note. Half plus half equals whole. I actually have a green apple that has 4 actual equal, It also could be a meter. This is 4, 4. This is 3, 4. In case you wonder, I also have, another 3, 4. And I also have 5, 4, because why not? You can have 5, 4, right? So, and then you can do even more interesting things. So this is half dotted note, has 3 pieces. So you can say okay, so if I have 5, right? So what other, basically, what else do you need? Right, so you need a half note to come with that, right? Quarter notes. So, I don't know, when I was a kid, my first lesson was like this. This is an apple, you divide, this is half, this is quarter, this is dotted. Is it clear? Yes. Okay, good, done. right? Like, yeah, so I try to really visualize that. Yeah, I also have a half note in terms of character. So this is that. Oh, this is, oh yes, if you have students that mix left hand and right hand, different color bracelets, the only thing is you have to be consistent. It always has to be, yes, because you can just put it on their hand and that's all it is. And then you color in music that color. So purple. So then there's a very, it actually works really amazing. And with my 6-year-old that you saw 10-day, we just did one color because the other hand is just the other, like just, yeah, it's the other hand. Right, so we did left hand for green, and so the entire method book had green, you know, green on the left hand. I did not talk about the butterfly exercise, which I don't know how did it make it there. But basically, if the student doesn't want to lift their wrist, you just put it like that, and they will lift their wrist. I promise you. Yes, it's like immediately. Yes. So what is it? It's on my Amazon, but basically it's a hairpin and then a rubber band, and you go poof, and there that is. This one I just found like last week randomly in my studio. I have no idea. So I'm like, oh, what could I do with that? And so of course my mind goes, ooh, this is kind of cool, right?
Oh.
So like just having a very round third finger. My hand is bigger. This is more for like a 10-year-old hand, right? If it's very small hand, they're not quite gonna make that magic, that C. I think that's all I have. I feel like I always have more. People, don't throw away the wrapping paper. It's so cool. It's like, it's so therapeutic too. Yes, so how to do that. Those things, very useful. What do they call that? I don't know.
Reinforcers. Reinforcers.
Reinforcements. Yes. And what do we do with those? Besides that, we can actually put it on the key. Yes, and ask the student, okay, put your fingertip inside. I actually also use it for handshake and alignment. So I actually would put them on the page and say, like, okay, put your fifth finger there, right? And just aligning the hand like that and showing them that they should not be in a row, but they should be going, you know, kind of in a wave. Erasable pens, always a great hit. If they have a mistake, I arrest the note. I actually put it in the jail cell for a week. And then they come, and usually it's fixed, and then they erase it, and they come out of the jail cell.
You mark it with
Huh?
erasable pen.
Erasable pen, or erasable highlighter. Oh yeah, last one, right? This is the last one. I actually have the wooden blocks, but I also have those Legos, and those are just wonderful. Especially if you have a young child like 6 and they get tired in the middle of the lesson. So okay, let's build a scale from F, and so you go, right? One after another, and then build it down, and then what comes after this, and what comes after that. So this is a lot of fun, and I think that's it. I probably am forgetting something. The odds are high, but maybe you have some questions.